Hi, do you have difficulty distinguishing when to use the present perfect continuous, and the simple past? This is Susan Broder from Speak Languages and Travel the World, here to help you improve your English with minimum effort and maximum benefit. And because these three tenses are quite complicated, I thought the best thing to do is to not only explain it, but give you lots and lots of examples, after which you could write many more examples in the comments below, and maybe even correct each other so that everyone learns from these. So let's see. If I say, how long have you been playing the piano? I've used the present perfect continuous, and it means that I started playing the piano a long time ago, but I'm still playing the piano. When did you start playing the piano? Well, that's a simple past, and it means that I started in a past period which doesn't exist anymore, and I could say, well, I started when I was 10 using the simple past. So instead, if you ask how long did you play the piano, it's again a simple past because it implies that you don't play the piano anymore. So how long have you been playing? It means you're still playing. How long did you play? It means that you're not playing it anymore. That's the first distinction. If you say, I played the piano for many years, it means you don't do it anymore, whilst I've been playing the piano for many years means you still do it. Some verbs don't have an ing form, so if I say, how long have you had this car for? Or how long have you had this car? Both are correct. It implies that you still have the car and you got it a while ago. You cannot say, how long have you been having this car? So not all verbs have the ing form, but you can say, how long have you been living in this city, for example? And you can also say, how long have you lived in this city? Both are correct. So in some cases, you can use both. I've been living here for a long time, or I've lived here since I was a child, and both are absolutely correct. Instead, if you say, I lived here, but now I've moved away, it means, yes, that I've come back maybe to visit someone, but I don't live here anymore. Let's try some other examples. So if I ask you, have you read any books recently? That's a present perfect, and it means the fact that you've used recently automatically implies you should use the present perfect. It means that you started a book recently, and I presume when I ask you, have you read any books, that you've also finished reading the book, whilst have you been reading any books recently means that you've been spending your time reading. You may have finished, you may not have finished. It's really not important because I'm just interested in your activity of reading. So have you been reading any books recently? Yes, I've been reading a lot of biographies. In fact, I've already finished reading 3, but I'm reading one at the moment as well. Now, I gave you an example with I've finished reading 3. I could have said, yes, I've just finished. That would already have been correct. Why did I use reading after finished? Well, finish is one of those verbs that is followed by an ing form, such as a start and stop, begin and finish. Okay, let's see if we can think of any other examples, and don't forget to write some examples yourself. Have you been doing any sport recently? Yes, I've been jogging every day, which means I've been doing it, and probably I'm still doing it every day. You could also say, yes, I jogged for a long time, but using the simple past means that you don't do it anymore. I've stopped jogging because my knees hurt now. Have you been watching any films lately? Yes, I've been watching all kinds of horror films, is the present continuous, because it's something that's been occupying your time. You're probably going to carry on doing it. Instead, if you say, I watched a lot of horror films, it means that you're not doing it anymore, but you did it for a period. And I've watched a lot of horror films, but now I'm fed up. I don't like them anymore. That's with the present perfect. So I've been watching means I started watching and I'm still watching. I watched means I did it and I don't do it anymore. And I've watched means that I've seen a lot of these films, but I'm probably not doing it anymore. This happened to me as a child. I used to watch westerns, and I loved them. I watched them every day, and there was one called The Virginian, and I really loved it. I watched, I think, so many of these westerns that I got indigestion, and now I can't see a western film, not even if you pay me, but I used to watch a lot. So I could say I've watched a lot of westerns in my life. I watched a lot when I was a child, but I haven't watched any since, and I don't think I will either. Okay, so please subscribe. Please write in the comments below some examples, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye! Bye!